is that something that you've ever dealt with where you lost motivation? You know, any time in your life where, or not even motivation, you just hit that level of comfort where you just kind of like, you know, see what a lot of people do, or do you just constantly?
Bro, it's every day, bro. Like every day you have to battle the demon of complacency. The problem that I see a lot of people facing is that they think that it's okay. And the thing is, it's okay if you want a mediocre life. It's okay if you want to live an average life. But if you want to experience the fullest potential that you have to offer, if you want to unlock the hero within, per se, you need to be able to put in the hours. Without training, there's nothing. You need to train. You need to live a life of discipline if you want to achieve anything meaningful in life. Nothing was achieved overnight.
Right.
Nobody gained weight overnight. Nobody lost weight overnight. Nobody got abs overnight. Nobody got fat overnight. Everything is compounding on a consistent basis. The question is, what are you compounding? Are you compounding things that are going to push your life to a new paradigm? Or are you compounding things that are holding you back and keeping you in a trap, in a hole? Most people are self-sabotaging, Cam. And they come to me and they're like, Luke, how do I fix it? I was like, you know what to do. Like, you know the basic stuff. Quit eating KFC at 2 in the morning, watching Netflix, jerking off, watching You should be running your business right now, hitting the weights, eating healthy, spring water, networking with your fellow entrepreneurs, cutting out the women that are draining your energy, cutting out the friends that are asking you to come out and party every day. Once you get the basics figured out and you commit to the basics and you stop sabotaging yourself, then we can talk. Imagine coming to me doing all this and thinking that I'm going to trust you to be in my circle, that I'm going to give you the time of day.
It's almost like a bad
if you can't, bro, if you can't take care of yourself, why the would I even give the time of day to take care of you?
Exactly.
It's impossible. So that's where it starts. You need to self-care. You need to develop yourself, and then you're going to attract people like we did today. You know, we were at Komodo for dinner, and the server, he's like, comes out to us, and he's like, bro, I've never seen nobody come and just have such a big table, go crazy, and not drink alcohol. What are you guys doing? We're biohacking. Like, we're together keeping each other accountable to eat lean carbs, lean on carbs, and heavy on protein. And we were ordering all the steaks, all the Wagyu, and we were going crazy. And we were able to set an example to the server that, hey, you can still have fun. You can still go out with your boys, but you can be uplifting. You can encourage yourself. Exactly. You can encourage each other. You know, for example, Nate, he's biohacking. He's going crazy. We can't set temptations on the table that are going to make him fall. Exactly. Right? So we're keeping each other accountable. Yeah. We're networking together. And I think that entrepreneurs need that. So you can impact people just by your lifestyle. And I think if people stop talking and start doing, they're going to see the results, bro.
Most definitely. I think the biggest thing too is admitting wrongs and holding yourself accountable, and, you know, also being surrounded by those good people, you know, like just obviously everyone at dinner, yourself, right, Nate, everyone is just such a good influence on, you know, me as well. I learned a ton from you guys, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people just can't experience like such good moments like that because they might not, you know, want to, you know, be truthful with
because they haven't earned it, bro. Life gives you what you deserve. Now, in the beginning, you may get the chips, right? You may get the cards that are absolute trash, but you decide if those cards are going to identify and are going to form your identity in the present and in the future. Imagine tripping over a rock that's behind you. Right. It makes no sense. So why are you picking up the bullshit from the past and allowing it to trip your future and your present? It doesn't matter what cards you were dealt. The question is, what are you going to do now? So many people's identities is found in their trauma. So many people place their identity on their past, what somebody else did to, but what are you going to do about it? How are you going to change the narrative? How are you going to evolve? How are you going to use it to empower you to reach the next level? Dude, what was the difference between the Joker and Batman? They both had childhood trauma. It's what was forged from that trauma. Exactly. One became a hero, one became a villain. So you're writing your story. Nobody's writing it for you. Yeah, things happen, bullshit happens, but you have the power within yourself to determine if you want to be the hero of your story, if you want to be the villain. And most people are self-sabotaging, but if they can understand that the principle is your past doesn't determine who you are right now, that if you focus on becoming successful in every area of life, health, wealth, love, and happiness, this quadrant for a successful life, you can actually live a life of impact. You can impact others, you can impact yourself, not with your words, but with your actions. And you end up leaving the world in a better way than you found it. And that to me is a life worth living.
I definitely agree on that 100%, because, you know, we're here for obviously a bigger purpose. And one thing too is, you know, a lot of people live their life, at least in my opinion, they live their life reactive. They're not being proactive. And do you think that's just like one of the biggest problems that people have, where they truly don't get over that barrier of, you know, being able to fully focus on themselves, you know, every single day, just like you said, always developing yourself, but you kind of have to get over that bridge.
I agree. So I talk about the 3 keys to becoming successful. The first one is, these are 3 skills that you need to be able to master in order to be successful. The first one is you have to be able to sell, right? Anything that you're doing is always selling. You're selling your girl on staying with you. You're selling your boss on keeping you in the job. You're selling your parents on why you should drop out of college and pursue your e-commerce, social media marketing, TikTok agency, right? Like you are consistently selling at all times of the day. The second skill that you need to be able to master is your ability to be resilient, your ability to bounce back, your ability to overcome trial and continue fighting. If you don't have thick skin and you can't continue to bounce back and continue to put in the effort to not quit and not be defeated by the pressures that everybody faces, by the way, not just you, not just me, everybody faces, and that when you're an entrepreneur, you sign up for that, right? Like you're signing up for the trauma, you're signing up for the trouble, because that's what it costs to become free. There is a cost to your freedom. You have to pay for it. And that means you got to sacrifice. People think this is all sunshine, roses, Lambos, and penthouses. Get welcome to the grind. This ain't like that. And then the third skill that you need to be able to master is, like you said, it's not to be reactive, but to be proactive. Reactive is a person that doesn't think that they are in control of the circumstances in their life. They are dominated by the circumstances of lesser men or by other men. The people that are proactive understand that they can control the circumstances that they put themselves in, and that they can control and dictate their future. These people are proactive. They are consistently, actively focused on when a situation comes, they know how to handle it. They know how to react. And that comes through what? Education, experience, and wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is knowledge put into practice. So many people have this fairy tale information in their head. They read the books. They read Think and Grow Rich. They read your Rich Dad, Poor Dad. They read your How to Win Friends and Influence People. And they read the 101s of personal development, yet they're the same people, and they forget the 101s. So how are you supposed to develop into becoming somebody that's proactive if you don't have a foundation of education to equip you in order to be that way? It doesn't work that way. If you want to be proactive, you need to train. You need to trust yourself. You need to become an individual that can see a situation and answer in a similar to a reactive way, but in a controlled manner that understands the outcome. It's developing an intuition that is that can't be cheated or sold. It needs to be earned, and it's earned with hard work. It's earned with consistency, and it's earned with a lot of time in the game. You can't get it by being in the game for 2 years. You got to earn your stripes.
Most definitely. And when kind of did you really start having this, not even mindset, but really lifestyle? How, like, when did you start really developing this, or this is something that you've almost always had?
It's 10 years, bro.
Right.
10 years. This is a way of being. You need to figure out what are your values. Mm-hmm. You need to figure out what you believe in, and then you need to set your life goal to honor those principles like a samurai, dude. Yeah. The samurai had their code. They had their way of being. They had their life, and their entire life was based off of training and learning how to master these principles. Like, I know the things that I want to master. So for example, I want to be a master of my body. I want to develop what we call biohacking, which is the ability to hack your biology in a way that is natural without having to depend on big pharma, without having to depend on Adderall. I don't want to do all that. I want to biohack because we have that potential. So I'm looking at that vertical. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the vertical of understanding what is money and how financial instruments work in the world nowadays to position myself, to prepare myself for the future. So I think people need to figure out where they want to win in life. And you can't do a million things. Give me 3 goals. Give me a goal for your mind. Give me a goal for your body, and give me a goal for your finance. Give me those 3 things. Just work towards those 3 things every single day. And now you're a man of purpose. Now you're a woman of purpose, and you can take things to the next level.
That's definitely a lot for like someone to, grasp, take in, and really, you know, make that change, right? So what would kind of be like the first step of maybe, you know, having like the most optimal day? Is there a certain way that you kind of schedule out your day-to-days to be like most?
Well, the first thing is you got to commit. You got to commit to the way. What do I mean by the way? It's the way of life. It's a way of consistently focusing on the pursuit of your fullest potential. If you don't commit, it doesn't matter if you have a schedule. If you don't commit, it doesn't matter if you have a secretary, because nobody's gonna force you to do what you gotta do. Why is it that I can literally answer 1,200 text messages in a day? I will literally show this to you. Let me get the phone. I'm gonna show this to you. Let me see where the phone is. Where's my phone, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna show you, Cam, how many text messages I get from running my businesses, and I'm gonna pull the screenshot just for you here. Let me see where it's the screen time. I want you to tell the audience how many text messages I've received in the last 24 hours.
1,488
1,488. How is it that I can run a business, get 1,400 messages in a day, respond to them, manage my fitness, manage my relationships, take care of my health, manage my team, spend time reading, read a book a week? How is it that I can do all of these things? I'm committed. I'm committed to my goals. I can't cheat myself, bro. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with the self-sabotage. Like, dude, I'm here to win, not win against the world. I'm trying to beat myself. I beat myself every day. Conquer, conquer, conquer. Because if you can conquer yourself, you can conquer anyone. Because you're the most difficult enemy you will ever face. If you can conquer self, dude, you can build a multi-billion empire from the ground up. If you can literally commit to developing yourself full time, dude, you can build an empire. What is holding you back? Nothing. Exactly. Yourself, myself. So we got to commit and stop like all this. What tactic? Commit, dude. Commit. Get it done. Get it done. If I can do the 1,400 texts with tens of millions of dollars in the bank account, what is holding you back, mother? Broke. Like, all you have to do is show up and commit. And then you refine the strategy. But don't focus on strategy until you're putting in the hours. There's no replacement for hours, bro.
Exactly. You just have to be.
You can't cheat it, G.
Can't cheat. You have to be committed. You know, a lot of people, you know, whether it's even business, health, they're saying, oh, what's the easy way, you know, to do this? Or what's the easy way to get...
What's the quickest way to get abs?
And what do you think about people that say that and like that type of mindset?
That how you do the little things is how you do everything. They want fast results. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Instant gratification, fast gratification. That's what they want. And that's what you'll get. Microwave results. I'm slow cooking. Dude, where are you going in a rush? To the grave? Like that's the end goal. You end up at the grave. Me, every single day I show up. Slow cooking, slow roasting, my success. And in due time, when I deserve it, my life will manifest that I've actually earned it. I'm not here to microwave nothing, dude. I'm taking my day every single day, enjoying my process of developing myself. And ultimately, dude, I'm gonna win.
You see, you just have to fall in love with, you know, just being a better you every single day consistently. I feel like once you can truly do that, you know, then all these things, it won't feel like a hard task or, you know, like a job. Right?
Everything is hard at first, but just because it's hard doesn't mean it's bad. I prefer doing hard things that are gonna push me to the next level than doing hard things because I'm poor or doing hard things because I'm unhealthy. I wanna do hard things that are gonna push me to elevate to become the man that I know I can be, the entrepreneur that I know that I can be, the boss that I know that I can be. And I think that we can encourage people with that, dude. And I hope this was of super value to people.
Most definitely. I mean, you know, definitely like just you showing up here, dropping that sauce, you know, this is really life-changing things, and sometimes it can go over a lot of people's head, but you know,
and they got to rewatch it.
They got to take some notes, you know.
You got to rewatch it. Like it's like going to school and assuming that you're going to read one piece of information once and digest it. No, you got to reread it, sit down, analyze, meditate, think, strategize, reread it, figure it out, re-strategize it, write it down, make it your own, internalize it. And when you internalize it, now you have a strategy. You can't memorize this. You can't cheat your way to the top. You got to put in the hours. 365 days a year. If you committed the next 365 days of your life to the persistent pursuit of your potential and you were grinding 24/7 and you didn't cheat yourself, imagine what you would become. You would become a ruthless killer. You would become such a G that nobody would say, nah, this person ain't doing it. You'd be undeniable. 365 days, if you committed to that, you would win. The question is, are you going to?
And I think, you know, every single person watching this now, literally, you have to take the next year, get serious. Luke, I really appreciate you hopping on here, dropping the sauce, dropping the knowledge.
I appreciate you having me here, brother.
Most definitely.
I'm ready for part 3 in the next couple months.
We'll see you there, bro. I appreciate everything. Easy.